Welcome back to TechMate. I'm Michael Copeland here with John Fort, whose haircut I stole.
Nice.
I figured you'd like it. This week we're going to talk about Twitter. It's been the center of attention in Iran during the protests. People have used it constantly. It's been on magazine covers. They're talking about it in the news. You are ready to tear your chair apart. Well, what do you feel about it?
Well, I finally had it up to here with the Twitter hype. Okay, not that I hate Twitter. You know, I use it. Twitter, here's why I think Twitter is great. I think for the first time, it has put an internet publishing tool in the hands of people who don't use PCs. So billions of cell phones around the world, those folks can now send out their 140-character message, send photos from where they are, provide this kind of real-time information. Very useful. What it's not is a source of accurate information all the time. And that's
necessarily.
Necessarily. And that's what's driven me crazy about the Iran thing. For example, you know, when the protests first started happening, there were tweets going all over the place saying that there were 3 million protests happening. Turned out, you know, maybe that was off by about 2.5 million people. There were also tweets going out saying that the opposition leader had been put under house arrest. Well, then he showed up at a rally a few hours later, not necessarily true. More tweets going out saying that the elections had been invalidated. Turned out that wasn't the case. So it just kind of gets on my nerves that this good tool is being hyped as something a lot more than it is. I think it could be a problem.
And it is a communication tool. It's a technology. The guys who started it, one of the co-founders, Evan Williams, he founded Blogger, which was a blogging tool that he sold to Google. And Twitter reminds me a little bit of the early days of blogging, where initially all these early adopters went out and they had their own blog, and then all of a sudden it went mass, and everybody had to have a blog. Now everybody has to have a Twitter account and tweet. And I wonder, like all those people who had blogs for about a month and then like, wow, gosh, this is a lot of work, or I'm not that interested, how long the people who have just adopted Twitter keep it up. Yeah. And I think for Twitter, they need to address this question of veracity if they're going to be a business.
I think so too. I think this could end up hurting them because one of the things that they've been going out there saying is that Twitter is potentially the source for a real-time search engine where you can search and find out what people are actually doing and actually thinking right now. Well, in order to do that effectively, you have to be able to tell what's real and what's not. And right now, that's not built into Twitter in any way that I can see.
We'll see if they can get that technology dialed in and bring some truth to Twitter. And we'll talk about it on TechMate. Thanks.